Participatory learning method (PALM). New application like applying the timeline exercise to areas other than just the history of the village. For example, it is used to record the evolution of health and agricultural practice, education, etc. One interesting recent application is its rise in the profiling of a poor family. Another prominent application has been the use of participatory village mapping to see pattern of caste, asset ownership, family size, and to identify household with handicapped person, persons having the chronic ailment, family planning caste, family planning cases, etc. In one recent exercise, while the village is being mapped by women, a discussion on the malnutrition is initiated and symptoms are described. Afterwards, the women began to point out and mark on the map the house which had children suffering from malnutrition. New extension such as the evolution of participatory mapping on the ground to participatory modeling on the ground. From this point, the method is extended further by making model of what a particular area such as a watershed looked like 50 years ago, what it would look like 20 years hence, and so on. Treatment plans for the land development have also been shown on the maps or models. New method. For instance, in the use of transect or planning development of village land, a new method used is the sweeping transect. Here, group of farmers and outsiders come different blocks of area to bring out information about indigenous technology, problem and opportunities. Using this method, site-specific plan can be made even on a plot-by-plot basis. Hybrids. It has been possible to evolve new method by combining two or more methods. For instance, participatory village mapping has led to participatory wealth ranking. This is further developed to include participatory resource mapping with land ownership, land use, soil type, and productivity of each plot of land indicated. Later attempts are made to correlate wealth to productivity. The innovation and learning continue. For example, in several cases, the farmers themselves draw the village and resource map and indicate possible intervention. This is done without any outsider being present. While the exercise goes on, the results have been extremely encouraging. Similarly, farmers conducting their own exercise, interviewing one another, and so on. We are learning to embrace error and to listen instead of lecturing. Not very easy task. We are learning how to handle dominant participants, including some from the village who have vested interest. Sequencing our questions during interaction, sequencing of topic during PALM exercise, and sequencing of follow-up activity, whether to do with the village program or to do with the development and institutionalization of PALM. All these and many more are areas where we are engaging in a continuous process of learning. One of the major problems for planners is collecting data on which to base program design. In the health field, national and local plans have been often tenuous as data are either non-existent or too unreliable. This is particularly true in developing countries because of the scarcity of data collection infrastructure and the lack of professionals to collect and analyze the data. It is even more difficult to overcome this problem of scarce data in urban scatter and slum areas where migration leads to unstable population and lack of legal land ownership, making people very reluctant to stand up and be counted. Data processing is also complicated by the fact that it is often an expensive and time-consuming exercise. Baseline survey usually takes several months to complete and twice as long as to analyze. As a result, planners cannot wait for information and it is left on the shelves to collect dust. Many planners have sought way to overcome this problem. One such method for collecting information about agricultural practice in rural areas in developing countries is as rapid appraisal. Its purpose is to collect data quickly in order to deploy resources to those in greatest need. The original rapid appraisal array methodology focused on rural areas. However, the Urban Health Program on the World Health Organization developed draft array methodology for data collection in urban poor areas. This draft is tested in an 8-day workshop. Tanzania to plan interventions for improving the health situation. The result of this field testing as well as other national experiences applicable to this methodology are incorporated and printed by WHO in a document entitled Improving Urban Health Guidelines for Rapid Appraisal to Assess Community Health Needs, a focus on health improvement for low income urban areas.